If you've been waiting for the next big leap in Apple's flagship lineup, the latest iPhone 18 Pro Max leaks might be the most exciting set of rumors we've heard in years. From a brand new dark cherry finish that could become the next iconic iPhone color to a smaller dynamic island, a powerful A20 Pro 2 nanometers chip, major AI upgrades, improved low-light photography, and a larger battery. This is shaping up to be a serious evolution, not just a minor refresh. Today, we're breaking down everything rumored for the iPhone 18 Pro Max, the new color lineup, the design changes, the performance and Apple Intelligence upgrades, the camera improvements, and the battery life boost that could finally deliver true all-day and maybe even 2-day usage for power users. Let's get into the leaks. First up, the iPhone 18 Pro Max colors, because Apple knows color sells. According to multiple leaks, Apple is preparing a refreshed color palette for the iPhone 18 Pro Max, and it's not just the usual slightly different shade of gray. The rumored lineup includes silver dark gray cloud, blue dark, cherry nap. Silver and dark gray sound like Apple's classic safe options: premium, professional, timeless. Cloud blue looks like it's aiming for that clean, modern, airy aesthetic that pops in photos and looks fresh in the hand. But the headline color is absolutely dark cherry. This isn't a bright red. It's being described as deep, rich, and more mature-like, a luxury tone that feels bold without being loud. Think premium. Wine vibes rather than sports car red. If this leak is accurate, dark cherry could be Apple's next fan-favorite finish, something that instantly stands out across a table full of phones while still looking like a Pro model. One interesting detail: there's also talk that a true black option may still be missing from this generation. That's already fueling speculation that Apple might be saving a black titanium-style finish for a future model. Some rumors even point to the iPhone 20 Pro as the moment Apple brings back a dramatic, real black flagship look. So if you've been craving an iPhone that looks different without looking cheap, dark cherry might be the one. Now, let's talk design. Because the iPhone 18 Pro Max leaks suggest Apple is pushing toward a cleaner, more seamless display. One of the biggest rumored upgrades is a smaller dynamic island. The dynamic island has been one of Apple's signature design features, recently useful, recognizable, and very Apple. But if the leaks are right, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could shrink it significantly by moving more Face ID components under the display. That means two major benefits for the user experience. Number one, more screen, less cutout. A higher screen-to-body ratio makes everything feel more immersive. Whether you're watching YouTube, scrolling social media, editing photos, or gaming. Number two, a cleaner look. Even if you like the dynamic island, most people would still prefer more uninterrupted display space. A smaller island gets you closer to that futuristic all-screen iPhone look without fully removing the feature. And it's not just the front. Leaks also point to refinements in how the frame meets the back glass. Apple is rumored to be improving the transition between the metal frame and the glass panel for a more seamless feel of that separate parts sensation, more of a unified premium slab. That might sound minor, but it's the kind of detail you notice every single day. It affects comfort, grip, and that instant first impression when you pick the phone up. So the iPhone 18 Pro Max design story, based on leaks, isn't about reinventing the shape. It's about polishing the experience. Smaller interruptions, smoother transitions, and a more premium feel in the hand. Next, performance. And this is where the leaks get really serious. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to feature Apple's A20 Pro chip, built on a cutting-edge 2 nanometers process. If you're wondering why 2 nanometers matters, here's the simple version. Smaller manufacturing processes typically allow for higher performance and better efficiency. That's the dream combo. Your phone feels faster, while using less power to do the same tasks. According to the rumors, the A20 Pro could deliver faster CPU and GPU performance for demanding apps and high-end games, better thermal efficiency, meaning less heat during heavy workloads, improved battery efficiency, which directly supports longer screen times, stronger AI, and machine learning performance, powering next-gen Apple Intelligence features. And that last point, AI, might be the real reason Apple is going so hard on the chip this year, because the smartphone market is shifting. Cameras still matter, design still matters, But smart features are becoming the new battleground, and Apple is expected to expand on-device AI in a big way. So what does that mean in real life? It could mean faster end-device photo processing, smarter voice and typing features, more accurate personalization, better real-time suggestions, and more powerful AI tools that run without constantly relying on the cloud. It could also mean smoother multitasking and more desktop-class performance for creators people. Editing video, working with large photo files, gaming at high settings, or running multiple heavy apps without stutters. In other words, the iPhone 18 Pro Max isn't just trying to be the best iPhone, it's trying to be the most capable pocket computer Apple has ever made. Now, let's get into the cameras, because iPhone camera upgrades are always a huge reason people upgrade. And the iPhone 18 Pro Max leaks suggest a meaningful jump, especially for low-light shots. One of the most talked about rumored changes is an upgraded telephoto lens with a wider aperture. Here's why that matters. A wider aperture lets in more light. More light means better low-light performance, cleaner zoom shots at night, sharper portrait images in indoor lighting, less noise and less blur when lighting is challenging. If you've ever tried taking a zoom photo at a concert, in a restaurant, or on a city street at night, you already know why this is huge. Telephoto lenses are often the first to struggle in low light. If Apple truly improves that area, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could become dramatically more reliable for nighttime zoom photography. But hardware is only half the story. The leaks also point to stronger AI-driven computational photography. The iPhone could process photos more intelligently in real time. Not just basic HDR, but more advanced scene understanding, balancing highlights, recovering shadows, enhancing detail, and improving skin tones while keeping images natural. So whether you're shooting landscapes, portraits, food photos, travel videos, or social content, the goal is simple: more wow shots with less effort. And if Apple leans harder into AI photography, we could see faster capture times, better motion handling, and more consistent results across lighting conditions, something that matters far more than spec sheets. Now let's talk about the feature everyone cares about when they're away from a charger: battery life. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to include a larger battery, and this might be one of the most practical upgrades in the entire leak. Because here's the truth: faster chips and brighter displays are great, but nothing beats the confidence of knowing your phone will survive a full day of heavy use streaming, navigation, social media, camera use, gaming, and multitasking without forcing you into low power mode by late afternoon. According to the rumors, Apple may be increasing battery capacity, and that could come with a trade-off: a slightly thicker and heavier Pro Max body. And honestly, many users will take that deal instantly. A Pro Max is already a big phone. People buying it usually want the best screen, the best camera, and the best battery. If Apple makes it a little thicker to deliver significantly longer battery life, that's a trade most power users will happily accept. Plus, you have to combine the larger battery with the A20 Pro chips to nanometers efficiency improvements. That's where the magic happens. Not just a bigger battery, but smarter power usage across the whole device. So the battery story here isn't a tiny increase. If these leaks are accurate, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could be designed for people who actually use their phone hardened, want it to keep up. Now let's tie it all together, because the biggest question is, what does the iPhone 18 Pro Max represent if these leaks are real? It looks like Apple is aiming for a flagship that feels more premium, more powerful, and more personal. More premium with refined materials, smoother construction, and a cleaner front design. More powerful with the A20 Pro 2 nanometers chip-pushing performance, efficiency, and AI forward. More personal with a standout color like dark cherry that gives the Pro lineup a fresh identity, and crucially, more usable with battery life improvements and camera upgrades that affect everyday results, not just benchmarks, of course. These are still leaks and rumors. Apple can change plans. Prototypes can differ from final units, and some details could be exaggerated or incomplete. But if even half of this turns out to be true, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could be one of the most meaningful Pro Max upgrades we've seen in a long time, especially for users who care about design polish, real-world battery, and next-gen AI performance. If you want, I can also break down which iPhone 18 Pro Max leaks seem most credible, what upgrades are most likely versus wishful thinking, and whether it's smarter to wait for the iPhone 18 Pro Max or buy the current Pro Max right now.